Hajapoo, hajapoo, hajapoo. Heaven affairs. It is I. We are here together. And I look forward to us getting started on our journey today. Hopefully you're ready to go as well. We're going to get in after our Shiasha, some Asar Stance, get into some Qigong. And then we're going to get right into some breathing exercises and body check-in that I want to begin to do and hone in on, so that, because I realize that a lot of folks are getting impacted, and so with this COVID, and so I want to be able to share some active techniques that may aid in providing relief to some of the symptoms, which can be things like, this is just traditional cultural ways at addressing these issues, not offering any diagnosis. This is not about medicine. This is what we would do, where I presented in partnership and working with one of my medical colleagues or acupuncture colleagues in addressing these issues. We would talk about some of the techniques that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So hopefully you'll be able to buckle up. You'll be able to do these. These are also available to be done from a seated position. I'm going to be on the mat behind me once we get going. So we are going to go through and do the form, because we want to be able to, for those that have the ability to move and get moving, we want to be able to get that going. You want to get into your Asar stance, because that's going to open the nasal passages. And I'll spend a few minutes at the end to discuss that. And then we're going to have some time this weekend where we're going to go live on our platforms and work to have some serious discussion and dialogue and back and forth around that. All right. Hope that you're well, or working towards being well, or are working towards maintaining your health. Let's get to it. All right, get in that Wuchi position. Excellent. To all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Pyramid hands. Shifting right, stepping left, a little wider than shoulders width. And we're going to go for about 16 breaths here. Pyramid hands. Holding the golden orbs. Into oneness. Into the turtle. Out to the drawbridge. Point the hands between the legs. Into oneness. Grab it through the chute, behind the kidneys, up the chest, the center of the forehead, and then down in the front. Keeping the butt tucked. Breathing in, out. And also do this while seated. In a chair or crisscross applesauce. Into oneness. Right hand on top of left hand, palms up, thumbs touching. Rotate the left hand on top so the palms are facing each other. See a ball of light like the sun, golden white, in between the palms of the hands. Into oneness. And the turtle to the drawbridge. Pointing the hands. Oneness. Pyramid hands. Dropping the right hand and the left hand in. Arms and hands not touching the chest or the body. Extending the left hand. Tracing the Taiji diagram. Back to the center, bring the hand in. Pyramid hands. Drop the left hand and the right hand in. Into pyramid hands. Shift the weight and bring that left leg in. Wu Chi. Shake it out. Opposite hand, opposite leg. All right. Now, gonna get into the KhA position. In this receptive position, these receptive positions are designed to allow you to bring in and feel the healing energy of the earth. Ideally, if you can get to a place where there's direct sunlight and you can face the sun, this is what you do during this time. So let me adjust this because the legs aren't important here. I want to be able to see the full body, feet or shoulders width apart. Hands are here, 90 degrees. 90 degrees, bottom is tucked, 2 breaths. Palms facing forward for 2 breaths. And shift into the dua position. We've gone over this many times. 4 breaths. All the weight is on the rear leg, left leg is relaxed. Stepping back. And we got to go to swinging arms. And let them stop here. And again, swinging arms is an immune system flush. Okay. What it's designed to do is get the lymph fluid moving through the body, through all lymph nodes. And as it gets it moving, there's a way to interact with your immune system through the other breathing exercises, which activate the GI tract, get these things out of the body. We picked up some aspect of the blood pressure. Some of these things may be kicking up mucus deposits. You can then relieve yourself of those. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring that blood pressure a little bit back to normal as we open the chest and stretch the back 5 times. This can also be done from a seated position. The same with swinging arms. Shake it out. All right. I'm going to very quickly go through the short form. We want to make sure that we cover it. It's also important that when you're in this practice and you get the nostrils open, you get both nostrils working together, you want to do your best to keep them open. So a little movement helps to make that happen, continue that. So we're going to go here with the form. Then we're going to get to some breathing exercises. Then we're going to get to, once the hands are clean, that sort of thing, we'll get to that as well. So first we're going to sink down and begin. All right, now, very quickly, we're going to get down here on the mat. And as we're down on the mat, I'm going to sit crisscross applesauce, easy, excuse me, simple lotus. I'm going to sit in half for this part. Typically, what we do is some form of alternate breathing, which is what we're going to get to today and talk about very briefly how that works. But basically, the body has a natural cycle where the nostrils are dominant, one nostril is dominant, and it switches every 2 hours. So what we're going to do is to force a period of shared work in terms of in-breath and out-breath. And as such, that addresses, also serves to wake up the immune system. Then we're going to work on our simple kneeling, which is a good stretch in general for the legs, wakes up the feet, stretches the ankles, strengthens the feet, works through a lot of the metatarsals. And it also serves to balance out the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. So we'll get that, but first we're going to get in here. Again, you'll make sure that you're going to take that right index finger and block off the right nostril. You're going to extend that one out. Okay, this is called breathing as long as your arm. Now, for those of you that remember, know how to do that one, go ahead and do that one. That is the one that we really want to work on doing, okay? That's for the more advanced students, so they know how to do that already. For those of us that are beginners, this is your first time checking us out, we're going to do a variation on that. So what I want you to do is to take your left hand, place it on top of your lap, palm up, thumb and index finger touching. You're going to take your right thumb, block off the right nostril, middle and index finger in the center of the forehead. The hand looks like this. Thumb blocks off the nostril, middle and index finger in the center of the forehead. Breathing in, out, in, out, in, out. Fire breath. Deep breath in and release. Switching hands, no breath. In, out, in, out, in, Excellent. Both hands. Excuse the interruption. Should feel a little easier breathing through your nostrils now. Breathing in, out, in, and out. Excellent. And what we're going to do now is going to work on that simple knee lift. Okay. And I'm going to show you very simply. Just rest the hands here on top of the thighs. Again, toes, heels, knees together, right underneath the body. You sit down right on top of the legs. If you can, buttocks on top. If you're new, you will need to hold yourself. Just slowly get here and slowly work your way to here. Got it? So this is the first position. Just don't breathe normally. Reintroducing this after our hiatus. I want to acknowledge that everyone may not have been working on this every day. So we're going to gently get back into it. And the second one is here, right hand on top of left hand. We're on the balls of the feet, curling the toes under. Again, sitting buttocks on top of the heels, toes, heels, knees together. This works on the metatarsals in terms of their flexibility, strengthens the ankles. Now, the next thing we're going to do is a review of what we call our all over body check-in, but we're just focus, it's a part of that. Today, we're going to just focus on the face, which we call our Qi face self-massage or Qi self-massage, face self-massage, all right? So the first thing we're going to do, get this at the proper spot here. Everybody can see me well. There we go. So now, when we're here, you're going to take your hands, one on top of the other. You're going to relax them, bring the thumbs in. You're going to rub the palms together in a circle. You're going to see with your mind's eye the palms getting hot as you rub in a circular fashion. And when they get really hot, take them off. You place one right here with the bone of the palm of the hand against the cheekbone. And you rest the hand here so that there's no pressure on the nostrils. They come here, and the hands are here. You see? Excellent. So you go until the hands cool. Everything we do 2 times. So you do it again. Bone from the palm of the hand right on top of the bone. There's the hollow space. Okay. And when you do this exercise, you want to make sure that either you, my suggestion is you wash your hands with soap for a good amount of time first. Then you put a little shea butter on them. You go to work. The shea butter will help with the emollients, but also the emollients will help with the heat conductivity. Okay. Now, once you get that in, we've done that twice. You got to go again. Except this time, you're going to take that bone from the palm and place it right on top of the eye socket bone. Okay. So that the center of the hand, which is where the heat is right on top of the eyes. And so it's like here, and the hands come further up the head. So you're right on top of the nasal passages or the sinuses. And this should serve to warm them. And I know that we're in wintertime, and some folks typically can have circulation challenges and those sorts of things. So if it's a challenge to get the hands hot, what you can do is use a hot towel, using hot water, warm the towel. You can do that and put it over your face in the same places in the same order. And so now that we've done that, we go here again. Remember, we do it twice. I'm moving on to the third exercise. You go right here, hands on top of the temples and back. So it looks like this to the side. And the shoulders don't have to be out here. Relax your shoulders, bring the elbows in. So it's right here. Okay. And you do it twice. On to the fourth exercise. Right here over the ears and going towards the back of the head. Okay. And remember, we do it twice. After that, we do it again, second time. Then we do the side of the neck. Okay. And the reason I say side is because the hands and fingers are made, they should be able to cover from here all the way to the back. So you're getting this here. So it's, you may need to adjust your head depending on how your neck and hands and width work. I usually give a little arch so my hands can get under my jaw. And it's able to reach across to the carotid on both sides and warm the air coming, warm the blood coming in and out. That way you're warming the entire head. And in the process of doing that, along with taking different plant medicines and teas and extracts that may aid in addressing some of the mucus or some of the congestion, you now have an opportunity to expel those things. And that is what I really wanted to get into your mind. So doing these things every day, and I'm going to begin to add more of the it is preventive, but it also is in response to these, should these occur and happen to you. You can do these multiple times a day, whenever you feel that they're needed. This will aid you in beginning to listen to your body, okay? And that's what we're about. Again, what this, in every calamity, in every tragedy, there is opportunity. And what we want to do with the Kemetic Aha and Sama Association is to afford you the opportunity, should you choose it, to make a commitment consistently to a lifestyle change. Or to say a little more elegant, make a consistent commitment to a lifestyle change. And we want to share with you some of the traditional tools that come from our ancestry that enable you to do so. So with that, I want to say, Dua, thank you for spending the time with us today. And your presence was deeply appreciated. Please check our social media, as we will talk about a date and time this weekend when we will go live to directly talk about what is happening with the body during this time, some direct question and answer kind of thing from a cultural perspective that may aid, and to really talk about, not necessarily about what's happening with this COVID, but about the practical application of the Qigong positions and what the body response is supposed to be, right? And with that, I say thank you. And we're going to talk about a day in the life of a practitioner, what that looks like, and we'll kind of and have some question answer around that as well, because that was our last topic. Hope that you all are continuing to be well in your radiant selves, enjoying this first day of the Mercury retrograde. Tatapu, peace to you. Ankuja, Saneb, life, health, and strength. And we bow out saying, to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Ashe. Respect to the ancestors and acknowledging the eternal witnesses of the earth and sky, I bid you peace. Tatapu. Ankuja, Saneb, life, health, and strength. Haruna Fair, good day.